She sits where the room forgets to turn its head, corner of the bar where the bottles stack like slow years. Cigarette, a thin white fuse curling in the amber light, writing soft hieroglyphs in the air. Her pulse hides in the ice, and the ice refuses to melt. She is a still life breathing lipstick ghost on the rim of her glass. Time drips down the side in quiet red. Every second leans then falls into the ashtray's crowded silence. She is a still life breathing, and the night just watches her last. A laugh from the far end arrives already tired, dies on the brass rail before it can touch her name. Her mirror is the back bar, cracked horizon of labels and dust. Her reflection cut into thin, drinkable fragments inside her purse. Metal sleeps in velvet, a small patient answer, waiting for the right question. She is a still life breathing lipstick ghost on the rim of her glass. Time drips down the side in quiet red. Every second leans then falls into the ashtray's crowded silence. She is a still life breathing, and the night just watches her last. The clock above the door forgets how to move its hands. Its numbers soften, bleed into the dark wood grain. Outside, rain rehearses the same confession against the blackened window, over and over and over. Inside, her shadow sits beside her, slightly out of sync, finishing every drink she does not start. She is a still life breathing lipstick ghost on the rim of her glass. Time drips down the side in quiet red. Every second leans then falls into the ashtray's crowded silence. She is a still life breathing, and the night just watches her last. When she rises, the stool keeps her shape for a moment. Smoke hangs, searching for the hand that held it. The glass waits, lipstick halo cooling on the edge. And in the purse, the hidden thunder keeps its secret. Somewhere a door closes and the room exhales slowly, as if it has lost its favorite wound. She sits where the room thins out, where talk turns to murmurs, to moth wings against the lamp. Cigarette smoke curling in the light, slow hieroglyphs no one here can read. A lipstick stain on a forgotten glass, like a small red crime she hasn't confessed yet. Clock over the door ticks sideways, not forward, just away. She is waiting for nothing, and nothing arrives on time. Names fall off her shoulders like old receipts torn in half. Outside the night leans closer, pressing its face to the glass. Inside her pulse is quiet, keeping step with the last slow chime. Her shadow sits one stool over, drinking water from an empty hand. She counts the drips from the sweating bottles like cold beads on a frayed old rosary. Hidden metal warm against her thigh, a small hard future sleeping in a leather nest. In the mirror behind the bottles, her eyes arrive late, as if they missed their train. 3 years ago, she is waiting for nothing, and nothing arrives on time. Hope is a word in a language nobody uses here. Outside the rain forgets to fall, just hangs there thick and blind. Inside the air grows heavy with all the things she will not fear. Time moves sideways under the bar light, backwards in the shine of the cracked chrome tap, forward in the ash, dropping soft and absolute. A gray snowfall on a napkin with no name. Every second slides its chair a little farther down the long dark table and does not look back. She is waiting for nothing, and nothing still comes late. Glass to her lips, stained to the rim, proof that she was here then gone. Outside the street forgets her face, cars drift by like distant thoughts. Inside she folds the hours, tucks them deep beside the gun. Last drag, ember winks out, the smoke stays longer than she does. The bartender blinks and the stool is empty. Only the lipstick ring, circling a ghost of warmth. She sits on the edge of a bar stool, as if the floor might give way if she leans too far into the night. Cigarette smoke curls in slow handwriting above her left shoulder, trying to spell her name and failing. The clock above the bottles forgets to tick, then remembers in guilty little lurches. Time drips, nothing seconds, but in soft uneven sighs down the mirrored wall. She uses space between doorway and decision. The pause before the glass touches her mouth. Smoke curves around her like a rumor that aches to be true, and every breath she borrows takes a year from someone else. She is the weight inside a loaded question, the hush before the answer ruins the room. Lipstick bleeds against the rim of a half-finished drink. A low red moon on a cloudy planet. The ice has stopped fighting, melted into surrender. Water swallowing its own sharp edges. Quietly, in her purse, the small patient weight sleeps in the leather dark, cold as a forgotten promise. Her fingers rest one knuckle away from that secret nettle heartbeat, learning the distance by habit. She is the space between doorway and decision, Every breath she borrows takes a year from someone else. She is the weight inside a loaded question. Before the answer ruins the room. Outside, rain throbs through the alleys, stitching shut every possible escape. Inside, the bartender polishes the same clean glass as if he can erase the imprint of her mouth. She counts the bottles, not the years, measures distance by how far the neon fails to reach her face. Somewhere a song she almost loved is playing for someone braver on a better night. She is the space between doorway and decision. The course before the blast touches her mind. She sits at the far end where the mirror forgets to tell the truth. Cigarette smoke curls into slow question marks hanging above her hair, refusing to rise. The clock behind the bottles ticks like a leaky faucet, each second a drop no one wipes up. A lipstick stain fades on the rim of her glass, a small red planet already past its orbit. This is the ashtray hour, when time burns down to a crooked line of gray. She waits for nothing in particular, for everything at once. The room drifts sideways, chairs grow roots, ice melts into its own reflection. She breathes in, breathes out, becoming the smoke, becoming the gap between 1 second and the next. Somewhere beneath the sequins of her dress, a secret weight presses against her skin. Cold metal patience tucked into the soft hollow of her waist. A question she has answered before. Her eyes study the bottles as if they were strangers in a train car, blurred, departing forever. The bartender speaks and nods, a napkin slides her another glass that remembers every mouth that never came back. The neon sign outside blinks in slow surrender, one letter at a time, forgetting its own name. This is the ashtray hour, where voices smear into amber shadows on the wall. She is the last lit match held to an empty room, watching it flicker, watching it choose. She sips from the glass, kisses the stain until red turns to rust, until taste turns to thought. She waits for the moment to move, for the gun to remain a rumor against her ribs, for the door to stay closed, a mouth that never speaks. Time leans on the jukebox, out of tune, half asleep. A trumpet in the corner stretches a single note, thin as a spider thread, across the ceiling. She traces circles on the damp ring of the bar, small moons waning within her reach. In the warped mirror, 10 versions of her sit alone, each one a little further away. This is the ashtray hour, after the last good reason left with the raincoats. She sits like a story half erased, hands folded over secrets that never learned to pray. Cigarette smoke draws a veil around her face, slow gray curtains closing on nothing. The lipstick stain on the glass becomes a silent clock, its color the measure of how long she has been waiting for time itself to order one more round and finally forget her name. She counts the bottles by their shadows, not their names. One elbow anchored to the bar like it has roots. Cigarette smoke, writing cursive questions in the stale yellow light. Her reflection in the backlit bottles blurs and sharpens and blurs. Time moves slow and nobody's waiting for you to arrive, for you to leave. She is the pause between the last call and the closing of eyes. Femme fatale with nowhere to fall but down the length of her own silence. Lipstick red, left like a wound on the rim of a glass. The ice gave up hours ago, water thin as excuses. She watches it inch toward nothing, one clear surrender at a time. A laugh from the corner breaks then dies before it reaches her table. She files it with all the other almost. Time moves slower when your secrets outnumber your friends and your fears. She is the stillness at the center of the room. Everyone enters, nobody finds. Femme fatale with a borrowed name and a rented heart on an endless night. Under the hem, nylon kisses metal, cold, faithful, the hidden gun, pressing its small, uncomfortable truth into her thigh. She doesn't touch it, she remembers that she could. Every second leans forward, then thinks better of it. Time moves slow and you memorize exits instead of faces, instead of hands. She is the question no one here is brave enough to ask twice. Femme fatale alone at the bar, glass stained smoke and a patient gun. Ash drops, snowfall in reverse, quiet, inevitable. The bartender blinks, the room exhales, the clock forgets to tick. Her lipstick fades on the glass before her gaze ever does. Some nights end with a body, some with a sigh. Tonight, only the smoke goes home with her. She counts the bottles like distant dying rooms, each label a door she never walked through. Ice leans against cheap glass, melting on someone else's schedule. Time drips off the rim of the mirror, streaks silver where faces used to stay. She is a smoke halo at closing time, unclaimed coat on the back of a ghost. She is a question no one wants answered, cool hand on the pulse of the night. Cigarette ember, a slow red blink. Nervous planet orbiting her lips. Ash falls like soft verdicts onto a napkin map of nowhere to go. The clock coughs another tired second onto the bar, and it crawls toward her elbow. She is a smoke halo at closing time, unclaimed coat on the back of a ghost. She is a question no one wants answered, cool hand resting on the pulse of the night. Lipstick stain, half moon on crystal, a small eclipse where her mouth once was. She turns the glass round and around, weather vane for an invisible storm. Inside her purse, metal breeze in the dark, a sleeping animal learning her heartbeat. No one looks long enough to see how still she has become, how loud the silence grows. She is a smoke halo at closing time, unclaimed coat on the back of a ghost. She is a question no one wants answered, cool hand resting on the pulse of the night. Outside, the night peels itself from the pavement, slow, reluctant as a bandage from old skin. Inside she waits for nothing in particular, just the moment the lights forget her name. Cigarette gone, glass empty, gun heavy, time lighter by a lifetime. The bartender blinks and she is still there, or maybe she never was. She sits where the clock forgot to tick, ice melting in circles, slow comets in a short glass. Cigarette smoke curling up to meet the ceiling, like it remembers the softer sky. Lipstick bleeding on the rim, a red eclipse caught mid-sentence. Her shadow before her hands do, trembling just enough to keep the secret steady. She is smoke that never clears, a question in heels, leaning on a bar stool prayer. She is time, spilled and sticky on the counter, dripping off the edge, one quiet second at a time. If you blink, you miss a decade. If you listen, you hear nothing change. Outside, the night presses his face to the glass, but does not come in, too afraid of what it might remember. A hidden gun warms against her ribs, metal heartbeat learning her pulse. The bartender polishes silence into a mirror where everyone is older than their own reflection. Ice clinks again, a tiny bell at a funeral for the choices she has already made. She is smoke that never clears, a question in heels, leaning on a bar stool prayer. She is time, spilled and sticky on the counter, dripping off the edge, one quiet second at a time. If you blink, you miss a decade. If you listen, you hear nothing change. Names dissolve before they reach her tongue. Memories file past, wearing other people's faces. She counts the cracks in the plaster above her, measures the distance between now and never again. Somewhere a jukebox forgets the next song, and the silence pours itself a drink. She is smoke that never clears, a question in heels, leaning on a bar stool prayer. She is time, spilled and sticky on the counter, dripping off the edge, one quiet second at a time. If you blink, you lose the evening. If you listen, you learn her name, but only after you've gone, and the bar stool is empty again. She sits like a question that never lands, elbow on wood worn smooth by strangers, eyes fixed somewhere between the bottles and last year. crooked like slow sparrows, hesitant ghosts learning to disappear. A lipstick stain leans on the rim of a half-empty glass, red to red against the pale amber hush, a small wound waiting to be repeated. Lipstick, smoking time, taking the long way out of the room. Minutes drip, lazy and cool down the neck of the night. She's alone in a crowd that forgets in circles. Every second stretches thin, then stares into the quiet behind her eyes. Somewhere inside the softness of her coat, cold metal pressed to her ribs, like a secret that learned to breathe. Her fingers trace the seam of her pocket, counting heartbeats, counting exits, counting the way the story can end. The clock behind the bar ticks in broken rhythm, a tired metronome teaching the evening how to limp forward. All this lipstick, smoke and time, taking the long way out of the room. Minutes drip, lazy and cool down the neck of the night. She is alone, alone in a crowd that forgets its circles. Every second stretches thin and steps into the quiet behind her eyes. She thinks of morning she never stayed to see, coffee going cold in the kitchen of a man whose name she did not write. Names blur, faces not into the same swoosh. into the quiet behind. She counts the bottles, not the hours. Numbers breathing on the wall like tired ghosts. Cigarette at her fingertips, ember dim then bright. Smoke curling in the bar light, slow handwriting in the air. She wears her patience like a silk dress, fraying at the seams when no one looks. In this room of almost midnight, she sits alone with the slow, slow ticking of nothing. Lipstick on the rim of a glass, thin red eclipse. A small bruised moon going round, going round. She waits for no one, and everyone in the same long breath. The jukebox coughs out some old sadness, warped at the edges like a dream left in the rain. Ice clinks once, then never again. A tiny bell announcing another year. Her eyes half open windows let the neon smear and wander. Colors dragging their feet across the floor of her mind. In this room of almost midnight, she sits alone with the slow, slow ticking of nothing. Lipstick on the rim of a glass, thin red eclipse. A small bruised moon going round, going round. She waits for no one, and everyone in the same long breath. Under the table, cold betel, a hidden thought shaped like a gun. Safety on, heart off, that's the bargain for surviving the night. Names pass her like reflections, lips moving but never arriving. Every second stretches long as a hallway, where every door has already closed. In this room of almost midnight, she sits alone with the slow, slow ticking of nothing. Lipstick on the rim of a glass, thin red eclipse. A small bruised moon going round, going round. She waits for no one, and everyone in the same long breath. Then collapses, time folding on itself. The smoke writes her story and erases it. She sits center of an empty frame, cigarette, a slow comet in her hand. Smoke curls like handwriting she never sent, looping unread back to her. Ice tinks once, small clock in a glass where a red mouth left its echo and vanished. Time leans on the jukebox in the corner, pretending to be bored, but watching her breathe. Lipstick smoke and slow time, every drag another hour gone. She doesn't move, but the night falls past her. One more stain on the rim, one more secret under her thumb. Lipstick, smoke and slow time, and the room forgets her name. The bartender wipes the wood in nervous circles, never reaching the place where her elbow rests. Her eyes are closed doors with the lights on. Someone is home, someone is leaving. Under silk and shadow, metal weights pressed to her ribs, like a question she won't ask. Outside, rain rehearses the same soft line on the sidewalk, on the window, on the years. Lipstick, smoke and slow time, every drag another hour gone. She doesn't move, but the night falls past her. One more stain on the rim, one more secret under her thumb. Lipstick, smoke and slow time, and the room forgets her face. In another life, the glass is water, the dress is brighter, the mirror tells the truth. In this one, the clock hands drown in amber, and her pulse keeps slipping off the beat. The gun sleeps, small animal in the dark, dreaming of thunder, dreaming of doors. Lipstick, smoke and slow time, every drag another hour gone. She doesn't move, but the night falls past her. One more stain on the rim, one more secret under her thumb. Lipstick, smoke and slow time, till last call comes and goes. Lipstick, smoke and slow time, and she never has to go home. that doesn't exist, backlit by a broken beer sign, time dripping from her wrist. 1 second, then another, then none at all. Lipstick leans on the rim of her glass like a tired mouth that has retired from promises, from prayers, from saying anyone's name. Cigarette ash grows a gray cathedral on her fingertip until it falls, a slow snowfall on an empty coaster. She is the pause between heartbeats, the long inhale that never ends, alone in a room full of echoes, waiting for nothing to mend. She is a stillness in the doorway, the last star before it dies, counting the cracks in the bar top, lost in ashtrays and alibis. The clock above the bottles doesn't tick so much as stare, hand circling the drain of a night that refuses to become morning. She stirs the melting ice, listens to it confess, tiny collisions, cold little suicides, each one slower than the last. Her shadow sits beside her, slightly out of sync, lifting a glass a beat too late, smiling at something that never happened. She is the pause between heartbeats, the long inhale that never ends, alone in a room full of echoes, waiting for nothing to mend. She is the stillness in the doorway, the last star before it dies, counting the cracks in the bar top, lost in ashtrays and alibis. Somewhere inside her purse, a small weight dreams of thunder, metal sleeping in velvet, a secret spine for a story no one is reading. If she reached for it, time might shatter like the mirror behind the bottles, silver flurries raining back the faces of every man who never stayed. But her hand only lifts to her mouth, to the glass, to the slow burning ember, repainting the air with patient ghost. She is the pause between heartbeats, the long inhale that never ends, alone in a room full of echoes, waiting for nothing to mend. She is the stillness in the doorway, the last star before it dies, counting the cracks in the bar top, lost in ashtrays and alibis. sits where the shadows forget your name. Cigarette smoke curling upward, thin gray questions in the light. A lipstick stain, half moon on the rim. The glass keeps every secret the room pretends to lose. Ashes on the hour hand, time turning slower than the fan. Breath held, ice melting, soft little death on the napkin. Ashes on the hour hand, she blinks and another year sinks in the amber. In the silence, in the space, no one is watching. She counts the bottles like distant windows, each label a city she will never bother to leave. A hidden gun pressed against her ribs, small cold punctuation in a sentence left unread. Ashes on the hour hand, tickless clocks inside her veins, heart beating, then waiting for the cue that never comes. Ashes on the hour hand, she stirs the dark with her straw, lipstick fading, name fading in the mirror over the bar. The pianist forgets her face, remembers only the outline of her silence. How she never flinched when the night slipped off its charm. Outside, rain rehearses old confession. Inside, she studies the door like an alibi. Ashes on the hour hand, she is the pause between the notes, a promise, unspoken, floating in the ceiling smoke. Ashes on the hour hand, when she rises, nothing moves, just the glass ring, just the chair scrape, just the ghost of where she was. She sits at the end of the bar, like a comma, not a period, just a pause between someone's lie and the next one. Cigarette smoke curls up, slow ribbon, climbing through tired light, halo of nothing in particular. Lipstick scar on the rim of her glass, dark red, too dark to name, turning in her fingers like a tiny planet waiting for impact. Time drips from the clock above the bottles, each second a thin cold finger tapping the back of her neck. She is here and she is leaving in the same low breath. Her shadow sits beside her, orders water, pays in silence. Smoke where her name should be, glass where her heart should be. She stares through the mirror at people already gone. Every tick, another version of her stands up, walks out, vanishes into the carpet. The hidden gun rests warm against her thigh, like a secret she told herself too often to ever forget. She listens to laughter like it's a foreign language, soft, elastic, far away, floating over eyes, over cheap cologne, over stories that end exactly where they began. On the back of a napkin she draws the same doorway again and again. No faces, just the frame, just the hinge, never the room beyond. The bartender asks another, and the word falls between them, a slow stone in a black river. She is here, and she is leaving in the same low breath. Yeah. Her shadow sits beside her, orders water, pays in silence. Smoke where her name should be, glass where her heart should be. She stares through the mirror at people already gone. Every tick, another version of her stands up, walks out, vanishes into the carpet. Outside, the night leans in, presses its face to the window, fog on the glass, erasing the city one smear at a time. Inside, the song folds over itself, same slow phrase, until it forgets the beginning. She counts the spaces between her own heartbeats, measures distance and how long it takes for the ice to surrender and sink. The gun is only metal, cold, patient metal. The danger lives in the way your hand doesn't shake. She is here, and she is leaving in the same low breath. Ooh, her shadow sits beside her, orders water, pays in silence. Smoke where her name should be, glass where her heart should be. She stares through the mirror at people already gone. Every tick, another version of her stands up, walks out, vanishes into the carpet. Oh, last drag, the cigarette clings to its own ember. One more ring of smoke rises, reaches, almost remembers how to disappear. She presses the lipstick bruise to the stem of the glass, a final signature, no flourish, just a line through a name. Then stillness, only the slow applause of distant rain, measuring the hours she will never claim. And she is leaving in the same low breath. Her shadow sits beside her, orders water, pays in silence. Smoke where her name should be, glass where her heart should be. She stares through the mirror at people already gone. Every tick, another version of her stands up, walks out, vanishes into carpet. The cigarette clings to its own ember. One more ring of smoke rises, reaches, almost remembers how to disappear. She presses the lipstick bruise to the stem of the glass. A final signature, no flourish, just a line through a name. Then stillness, only the slow applause of distant rain, measuring the hours she will never claim. Cigarette ember, the tiny red clock, counting down ash onto a black lacquered plate. She sits in the middle of no one, dress slipping off one shoulder like a tired promise. Smoke climbs, spiraling, doubting itself, curling into the light, then erasing its own name. The bartender polishes a single clean circle on the counter again. Lipstick on an empty hour, pressed against the rim of glass. Every sip erodes a memory, nothing fills the hollow past. She waits for a line to be spoken that can stitch this evening shut. Lipstick on an empty hour, time drips slow then doesn't cut. A fly drowns in a melting cube, tiny legs, useless ballet. The clock above the bottles forgets to move, then moves too far. Outside rain argues with the neon sign inside her shadow, outgrows her body. Her purse sits heavy on the hook brass chair, metal buried in leather like a secret inside a sleep. She touches it once, just the outline, like tracing the shape of a thought she won't allow. Lipstick on an empty hour, pressed against the rim of glass. Every sip erodes a memory, nothing fills the hollow past. She waits for a knock on her shoulder, or a name she used to wear. Lipstick on an empty hour, only strangers' eyes to share. The piano sighs, three tired notes, they fall and do not land. bar mirror arrives a second late. A ghost rehearsing her gestures for a room that never fills. Time takes the long way around each fingertip, around the slow tilt of her wrist, around the circle of that glass. She laughs once, just air, no sound, the kind of almost laughter you hear in someone leaving. Lipstick on an empty hour, pressed against the rim of glass. Every stain a faded fingerprint on the window of her past. She waits for the night to choose her, for the story to begin. Lipstick on an empty hour as the gun sleeps under skin. She sits where the clock forgot to tick, ice melting in circles, slow comets in a short glass. Cigarette smoke curling up to meet the ceiling, like it remembers a softer sky. Lipstick bleeding on the rim, her red eclipse caught mid-sentence. Her shadow arrives before her hands do, trembling just enough to keep the secret steady. She is smoke that never clears, a question in heels, leaning on a bar stool prayer. She is time, spilled and sticky on the counter, dripping off the edge, one quiet second at a time. If you blink, you miss a decade. If you listen, you hear nothing change. Outside, the night presses his face to the glass, but does not come in, too afraid of what it might remember. A hidden gun warms against her ribs, metal heartbeat learning her pulse. The bartender polishes silence into a mirror where everyone is older than their own reflection. Ice clinks again, a tiny bell at a funeral for the choices she has already made. She is smoke that never clears, a question in heels, leaning on a bar stool prayer. She is time, spilled and sticky on the counter, dripping off the edge, one quiet second at a time. If you blink, you miss a decade. If you listen, you hear nothing change. Names dissolve before they reach her tongue. Memories file past, wearing other people's faces. She counts the cracks and never again. Somewhere a jukebox forgets the next song, and the silence pours itself a drink. She is smoke that never clears, a question in heels, leaning on a bar stool prayer. She is time, spilled and sticky on the counter, dripping off the edge, one quiet second at a time. If you blink, you lose the evening. If you listen, you learn her name. But only after you've gone, and the bar stool is empty again.